Again, I will review the previous topics. Mm. You know very well, our subject is electrical distribution systems. The main objectives of electrical distribution system, I told in the previous classes also, how to provide quality reliable supply to the various types of load. How to provide quality reliable electrical supply to the various types of load. Quality power means plus or minus 5% voltage variation on rated plus or minus 5% voltage variation in rated value. For example, single phase supply 220 volts plus or minus 5% variation means that 208 to 232 voltage variation is called the quality power. Below 208 is called under voltage. Above 232 volts also over voltage. Due to under voltage and due to over voltage, you may not operate your electrical devices properly. These are the characteristics. Means we have to provide the quality reliable supply to the various types of loads. Quality power means plus or minus 5% voltage variation on rated value. Reliable power means uninterrupted power supply, means 24 hours, 365 days, 8760 hours without failure of the power. We are giving the continuous of supply is called reliability. How to provide quality reliable supply to the various types of load. Load means which consume the electrical energy is called load. Which consume the electrical energy is called load. Many loads will be there in your house. Television, laptop, geyser, bulbs, fans, ovens, refrigerator, air conditioner, many devices will be there. Okay, that is called the load, which consume the electricity. Generally, load will be measured in watts. Least unit is watts, kilowatts, megawatts. Like that, we'll measure in generally watts. All the bulbs, you can see that what is mentioned in the 40 watts. Nowadays, we are using LED bulbs and only few watts, only 40, 20, 10, 15, 12, like that. Okay, how to provide quality, reliable supply to the various types of load. And here load means which consume the electrical energy is called load. Okay, the loads will be classified into several times. We have seen in the previous classes means utility of electrical power. Based on utility of electrical power, the state governments, it is classified into the you know, five types of categories of loads. Domestic load, the power used for domestic purposes. The power used for commercial applications, hotel, shopping malls, restaurants is called commercial load. The power used for agriculture sector is called agriculture load. The power used for industrial purpose, it is called industrial load. And the power used for municipal applications, drinking water, street lights, other common amenities is called municipal load. Okay, domestic load or residential load. This is for domestic or residential means that household application purpose. Okay, commercial load, industrial load, agriculture load, and municipal load. Five types of load will be there. We have seen in the previous classes the characteristics of domestic load, commercial load, agriculture load. Okay, we have drawn the many graphs on that one. X-axis we are showing time 0 to 24 hours, y-axis percentage of peak load that we observed in the first unit. Okay, types of loads and means place of utility of electrical power. The load may be classified into the domestic load or commercial load. Means that state governments, the distribution companies will collecting the different types of tariff. Tariff means what is tariff? Cost per unit energy is called tariff. Cost per unit energy is called tariff. Suppose if you operate one fan, one bulb, 40 plus 60 watts, continuously 10 hours, 60 plus 40, 100 into 10, 1000 watt hour. Instead of calling 1000 watt hour, we may call it as 1 kWh, kilowatt hour. For that kilowatt hour, the state government distribution companies will take the different types of tariff, single port tariff, two port tariff. We have seen in the previous subjects PS1 already over into one. Now we are in 4.1 level. You know very well types of tariff and their how they will collect the money from the customers. Maximum demand tariff, KVA demand tariff. Suppose now our college tariff is different from our residential tariff. Like that, the hotels and restaurant shopping mall, that is commercial tariff. Maybe 1 rupee, 2 rupees. The variation will be there. The certain slabs will. So, how to provide quality, reliable supply to the various types of load is called the. These are the objectives of electrical distribution system. Okay, that we are seeing in the first unit. While coming to the second unit, the distribution feeder configuration, distribution feeder configuration, distribution feeder configuration. In the electrical distribution system, 33 kV is the highest operating voltage. So 33 kV substation to power step down to 11 is given to directly primary of your distribution transformer. And secondary of distribution transformer to your energy meter given by the secondary distribution system. So the 33 kV system to primary of distribution transformer is called primary distribution system, and secondary of transformer to your nearest pole or energy meter, the supply is given by secondary distribution system. Whether the primary distribution system or secondary distribution system carried by three different methods: radial system, loop system, network connected system. Means how you distribute the power from 33 kV substation to distribution transformer. Single path method, double path method, or two path method, or multiple path method. Means it depends upon the load density of the area. Load density means, suppose if I say the population density means habits is high populated density area, like that Madhapur is high populated, like that Chikatpalli, KPHP, all the district headquarters, population density. Now I am telling load density, electrical load density, consumption per, means that electrical load density. Suppose Aziz Nagar area, our college area load in the Aziz Nagar is small village, load density is very less. If you take the Madhapur or the LB Nagar or this Chikatpalli or KPHB, these are the high load density areas. More number of consumers will be there. You can see that one pole 50 connections, 30 connections, 20 connections, and more number of apartment area. The load density is more. The power consumption per square feet per square meter, the load density. Okay, as per the load density of the area and the customer requirement, we will use the radial system and loop system, net interconnected systems. Okay, each system having its own merits. It depends upon the infrastructure cost will be increases, more number of poles, more conductor size and complicated distribution systems. We have to take it is a multiple path method. Either side clearance is, all the side clearance is required. Suppose some important areas or the constitutional places, we have to give the power supply interconnected mode, means wherever the power is available, that line is connected. Means that facility will be there. More number of lines is connected to single load. At a time, one load only connected. Suppose in your packet, you are having 4 pens. How many pens you can use? One pen only. If one may not work, other one will come into the picture. Other second one may not, third one. Means like that. Here is multiple path method. At a time, one line only connected. Okay, this distribution system is well planned for that. Depends upon load density of area. You already observed that comparison of radial system, loop system, and network type of system. Each system having its merits and demerits. Okay, next, what is substation? What are the factors affecting the location of substation? And how you fix the rating of distribution substation? How you fix the rating of distribution substation? Substation means substation is a place where voltage levels, current level will change, and this okay, substation is having many functions. I told how you fix the rating of distribution for substation means, you know very well, the substation means uh, it having the main components is transformer, incoming feeders, outgoing feeders, Okay, income. And this transformer rating is expressed in kVA, kilovolt amperes. Okay, the transformer rating is expressed in kVA. Okay, it depends upon the short-term planning, long-term planning. The transformer will be, very well that already covered that types of substations, indoor substation, outdoor substation. That we covered in the second. While coming to the third unit, distribution system analysis. Distribution system analysis. Okay, here in the distribution system analysis, we have seen that how you distribute the electrical power. Distribution transformer to the various types of the consumers, loads, whether it is a industrial load, commercial load, or agriculture load, municipal load, means how that load is connected. Suppose one 100 kVA transformer is connected to the one X colony is having 10 houses or 20 houses. Okay, that first house is connected to that, means that near the transformer that rated voltage will be, and first house and second house, like that all the loads will be connected, all the loads will be connected. Okay, we must know the distribution system analysis means that sending end voltage and power, sending end power factor, while taking the receive side, receiving end voltage, receiving end power. Okay, the difference between sending end power to receiving end power is called the power losses. Okay, thus the volt drop in voltage is called sending end voltage to receiving end voltage. Suppose I single phase supply 220 volts, first customer, last customer is 208, means the voltage drop is that 220 minus 208, 12 volts drop will be there. It is plus or minus 5% variation. It is called the quality power supply. We have to design the distribution system that sending end to receiving end, the plus or minus 5% voltage variation on the rated value is quality power supply, whether three phase or single phase supply. Second way of distribution transformer, we will get the supply single phase three wire system and phase 5 wire system. RYB case, one neutral, one additional phase for each wire. Okay, these all are we covered in the third year. While coming to the now topic is that objectives of distribution system protection. Objectives of distribution system protection. You see this line. What are the main objectives of distribution system protection? Means that electrical power system, you know very well, power generation, transmission, distribution, utilization. Now our subject is electrical distribution system is below 33 kV operation, we are calling electrical distribution system. That 33 kV substation to power is given to end user consumer. Okay, here 33 kV substation to primary of your distribution transformer is called primary distribution system. Secondary of transformer to your energy is called distribution system. That the primary or secondary distribution system is carried by radial method, loop method, or network type of each system having its own merits and demerits. What is the necessity of distribution system protection means due to overcurrent or short circuit, overloads, or changing, switching the load one circuit to the other circuit, and these problems will arise as fault will occur in the distribution system. Okay, no many fault will occur in the distribution system. Okay, this is the main objectives of distribution system protection. What is the objectives of your BTech program means? You can tell that after studying the 4 years of electrical engineering, you will get this sound knowledge of electrical engineering. This knowledge will give the right placement. Right placement will give the high package placement. These are the objectives of electrical engineering course, EEE course. Like that, the objectives of electrical distribution system mean the main objectives of electrical distribution system. Number one, to minimize the duration of fault. To minimize the duration of fault means that if any fault occur in the distribution system, the fault occurs in the distribution system, the fault may be permanent fault and temporary faults. In the distribution system, we are having two types of faults, temporary faults or transient fault or permanent faults. These temporary faults are caused by the, you know very well, our distribution systems are almost all are the overhead system only. If it is an underground system, any problems will be minimized. But majority of the lines are overhead lines. These overhead lines are exposed to atmosphere and possibility of touching tree branches and high wind velocity. Birds and animals will disturb the overhead transmission feeders, and this will create the temporary faults in the distribution system. Failure of insulator, breakdown of conductor, these all are called the permanent faults. Okay, in the distribution system, we are having two types of faults, temporary faults and permanent. Okay. The main objectives of distribution system is that to minimize the faulty duration. Okay, that the faulty duration is milliseconds less damage. If it is more time, it's more seconds means or minutes means that faulty current will flow to the entire the circuit. Possibility of damage of the more devices that customer side and the distribution transformer also will damage. Okay, to avoid such thing means to minimize the faulty duration. Number two, to minimize the number of customers affected by that fault, to minimize the number of consumers affected by that fault. Suppose if any fault occur in the distribution system, means if somewhere we have to minimize, means that overcurrent protective devices will create the open circuit by using the fuses, circuit breakers, and the auto recloser. These are the various overcurrent protective devices we are using the distribution system to minimize the number of consumers affected by that fault. Suppose one X colony is there, 100, 40, 50 houses, we assume that all are connected one distribution transformer due to overload or some other problems, and all the entire the colony equipment is damaged, means there is no protection. Means somewhat after 2-3 houses that fusing action will take place and create the isolated from this fault from the remaining customers. Means that to minimize the number of customers affected by that fault. These two are the main objectives of distribution system. To minimize the fault duration whenever the fault occurs, whether it is a permanent fault, temporary faults, to isolate the faulted branches from remaining will restore the power supply. To minimize the number of customers affected by that fault. Suppose in an X colony due to one problem is arises, that means immediately isolate that faulted branch and remaining power will be restored in fraction of second. In the twin cities or entire Telangana state, all the district headquarters, you can see that wherever the power failure occur, within 3 to 4 minutes power will be restored by using the advanced protective systems. Okay, that faulted one will be isolated, remaining will be restored the power supply. Okay, the main objectives is that objectives of distribution system to minimize the duration of fault, to minimize the number of consumers affected by that fault. The secondary objectives are to eliminate safety hazards as fast as possible. 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 And next, to limit service outage to the smallest possible segment of the system. To limit service outage to the smallest possible segment of the system. Means service outage means if any power failure occurs, immediately that faulted branch will be isolated from remaining system. Remaining system will restore the power supply. To limit service outage to the smallest possible segment of the system, entire the GHMC area, thousands of transformers will be there. One line is, one transformer is problem will be there. You can disconnect the transformer with the remaining distribution system. These all are the real power generation, transmission, distribution, utilization, all are the real-time operation. There is no time delay. The current speed is near to light speed, 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. Okay, these all are the real-time system. Immediately to isolate the faulted segment and restore the power supply. To limit service outage to the smallest possible segment of the system. entire the GHMC area, Hyderabad, thousands of transformer will be there. Suppose if any area is problem, means that area is isolated, and that breakdown conductor or insulator that will be, suppose any tree limb like lay down on the bus bars, it will be removed and the power will be restored. Meanwhile, they will isolate the faulted branch from the remaining system. Okay, these are the second objective. Next, while coming to third, to protect the consumer apparatus. The main objectives of electrical distribution system means to protect the consumer apparatus. In the electrical distribution system, our goal is that how to provide quality, reliable supply to the various types of loads with better protection, with less tariff power to the consumers. Our here is that consumer is main element here. The consumer will give the money. That money only will get the our generating cost, distribution cost, transformer cost, all the employees the cost. Means this is the business, power sector business only. Finally, the consumer will pay the money. That money only will serve their distribution system or generation transmission. They are generating and transmitting and distributing power. Finally, everyone want money. That money will only they will run that power sector. Okay, this is a business power sector. Okay, to protect the consumer apparatus. As of now, this power generation, transmission, distribution is state governments only. In the coming days, it will come into the more deregulation of the power system. Means that at present, open competition is not there. In coming days, more companies will come in the generation, transmission, distribution side. Now at present, only state governments they are giving the power supply. Okay, final task is that to protect the consumer apparatus. To protect the consumer apparatus. Why? Because if any consumer is due to over voltage, under voltage, and their device is damaged, means they can claim if they followed all the norms and they used the quality wiring and they are having legal electrical energy connection, they are not they cleared off all their duties. It is a good customer, means they are right to collect the damage from the distribution companies. Okay, to protect the consumer apparatus is that is the duty of engineers, electrical engineers. Means that with 24 hours, 365 days, that is 8760 hours, we have to provide the quality, reliable power supply. Due to under voltage, what happened? Due to under voltage, the device may not operate properly, you may not consume the power, and that also loss for the distribution companies. And they have to give all the time rated voltage or power cut schedule. If the shortage of power will be there, you can cut some areas and you give the power scheduling only for 4 hours certain area, like that. Only one option, you give the quality power all the time or of the supply for few hours. If incoming power is equal to outgoing power, you restore the power 24 hours, 365 days, 8760 hours. Okay, your demand supply is good. Nowadays, the Telangana state, almost all the states, they are getting the required power. No power cut schedule in any states at present. Why? Central government agencies are they are generating the huge amount of power from solar panels and these thermal stations, idle power stations. Now the tariff also somewhat less compared to last 2 years data. To protect the consumer apparatus is the main distribution system objective. Next, to protect the system from unnecessary service interruptions. To protect the system from unnecessary service interruptions and disturbances. To protect the system from unnecessary service interruptions and disturbances. Suppose nowadays all the distribution are using the overhead transmission system. This overhead transmission system means that 33 kV substation to your distribution transformer 11 kV is supplied, and that Primary of transformer is 11 kV and secondary of transformer is, it is single phase 2 3 wire system, 3 phase 4 wire system is connected to the various types of the load. Okay, while coming to this overhead distribution systems and the possibility of touching three branches to the bus bars, and whenever the high wind velocity it will come, three branches will touch the bus bars and create the temporary faults, and the MCBs auto reclosers will open and little disturbances will be there, unnecessary service interruption, high wind velocity due to birds or animals will disturb the overhead transmission system. Okay, this means some places you can see that some colonies, wherever you entering that, while entering to that colony, they will put some obstruction to entering to the big vehicles into the colony. During the morning hours, early morning hours, big vehicles will move to the all the colonies, whether it is the cranes or the borewell missions or the big vehicles or house construction material shifting one place to the other place, early morning hours, night late hours, it will disturb all the distribution feeders and the like that. To avoid such things means they have to give some abstraction this and the you have to see that all the national highways, district highways entering to the any cities, and you must keep the distribution lines to avoid the unnecessary service interruptions and disturbances of the. Okay, to protect the system from unnecessary service interruptions and disturbances. Next, fifth one, disconnect faulted lines, to disconnect faulted lines, transformers, other apparatus. Suppose it is a power generation, transmission, distribution, these all are the real-time operating system. These all are the man-made system. These all are the real-time system. Means every customer will need the continuous of supply entire the day, entire the year. If the failure of power is less, means that system is good, and the voltage variations is plus or minus 5% variation. It is called the quality power. Now, to disconnected voltage, due to temporary faults or permanent faults occur in the overhead transmission system, and whenever the fault occurs, immediately by using the advanced protective devices would do to disconnect the faulted lines and transformers, other apparatus, remaining system will be restored. These are the objectives of electrical distribution system protection. Okay, once again, I will read that main objectives of distribution system. The main objectives of distribution system to minimize the duration of fault. First one. Second one, to minimize the number of consumers affected by the fault. The secondary objectives to eliminate safety hazards as fast as possible, to limit service outage to the smallest possible segment of the system, to protect the consumer apparatus, to protect the system from unnecessary service interruptions and disturbances, to disconnected faulted lines and transformers, other apparatus. These are two main objectives, five secondary objects. In the examination, if they ask write objectives of distribution system protection, these 7 points you can explain in the properly. Okay, the overhead distribution system are subjected to, now overhead distribution system are subjected to two types of faults. I told that overhead distribution system are subjected to two types of faults. Namely, these faults are transient faults and permanent fault. Transient fault, other name is called temporary faults, and permanent faults. The overhead distribution system are subjected to two types of electrical faults, transient fault and permanent fault. The transient faults are cleared by service interruption sufficient length of the time to extinguish the power arc. The transients are cleared by service interruptions of sufficient length of time to extinguish the power arc. Okay. Now, fuse blowing is prevented by using instantaneous or high-speed tripping and reclosing of circuit breaker. Okay, you know very well. Mm, Alright, now you are in 4.1, that power generation, transmission, switchgear and protection. 3 papers already completed in second year, third year level. Now we are in 4. That what are the various protective devices? You know very well: fuses, circuit breakers, auto reclosers. Okay, these are the overcurrent protective devices we may use. Now, fuse blowing is prevented by using instantaneous or high-speed tripping and reclosing of circuit breaker. Fuse blowing is prevented by using instantaneous or high-speed tripping and reclosing a circuit breaker. And permanent faults require repair. Which faults are the permanent fault? Failure of conductor, breakdown of conductor, failure of insulator, breakdown of conductor, or falling the tree limbs on the bus bars. It will create permanent fault. If you repair if you rectify the fault, then only the system will restore the power supply. The permanent faults are require some maintenance or repair is required. But temporary faults means it will automatically restores within a few seconds. These permanent faults means unless your repair work is needed, the breakdown cutter you can replace, and failure of insulator or some other tree branches laid down on the transmission system. You must remove that one and create the proper clearance, the tree to those bars, then only power will be restored. Otherwise, it is continuously permanent fault. Hence, customer, hence, customer affected by a fault is minimized. Hence, customer affected by a fault is minimized by proper selection and locating the protective devices, protective apparatus on the distribution feeder main. Hence, customer affected by a fault is minimized by proper selection and locating the protective apparatus on the feeder main. Most of the faults are permanent on underground system. Most of the faults are permanent on underground system, thereby require different approach. Okay, you know very well distribution systems are two types: overhead system, underground system. Okay, almost 90%, above 90% all are the overhead system. Only some gated communities had population density areas, high load density areas, some places they are used the underground cabling system. Many problems will be minimized by using the underground cabling system. This cost effectiveness is more in the underground cabling, and many places now also we are using this overhead system only. Okay, most of the faults are permanent on the underground system. Identification of fault, which location is occur, we have to rectify that fault, then only power supply will be. So most of the faults are permanent on the underground system, thereby require different approach. We require. Okay. Each transformer has fuse which is located either externally or, as in case of completely self-protected transformer, it is expected to clear the fault. It is expected to clear the fault. It is expected to clear the fault occurring at the end of the laterals. If the fuse does not clear the fault, then one or more additional fuses may be installed on the lateral. Okay, this year in the distribution system we are having more number of fuses, circuit breakers or auto reclosers will be there. Okay. Okay. Now, in the distribution system, we are using the many devices, fuses, auto reclosers, circuit breakers. Okay, these all the protective devices. We need some coordination in the protective devices. We need some coordination in the protective devices. In your classroom also, class wise, one class in charge will be there. If you want to communicate any information, all class members will discuss where the CR and that information is given to your class teacher means some coordination. Suppose your annual day is conducted for the VJIT campus. So college is one student or student in charge will be there. He will coordinate all the student committees with the help of the faculty. Like that, some coordination is. For example, in the police department, you can see that home guard and constable, SCI, ESI, like that, some hierarchy coordination will be there. Finally, to maintain the to minimize the crime rate and to maintain peace in the society, to maintain law and order in the system. In the electrical distribution system also, we are having the thousands of users, circuit breakers and auto reclosers in the distribution feeder, that area wise, zone wise, we are having the many 33 kV substation. These all 33 kV substation again step down to 11. 11 is given to your nearest distribution transformer. Distribution transformer secondary is connected to your house. Okay, here we are using the many fuses, auto reclosers and circuit breakers, many advanced protective devices here. We need some coordination between the devices. The process of selecting overcurrent protective devices with certain time current settings and their appropriate arrangement in service along a distribution circuit in order to clear the fault from the lines and apparatus according to a present sequence of operation is known as coordination. Distribution system coordination. Distribution system coordination. Say, for example, in your house, we are having room-wise fuse and nearby energy meter master fuse will be there. Room-wise fuse means it is a little load means fan or tube lights, less load will be there. We are using the 10 amperes or 8 ampere fuses. Suppose nearby the power sockets, there is 16 ampere fuse and all the room wise fuses will be there and board wise fuses will be there. Finally, it will reflect the master fuse. If it is any fault occurs in the due to overload or short circuit on particular room, the room wise fuse will create the open circuit and it will act as a protecting fuse, and the master fuse is as a protected fuse, means backup protection will be there. If it is room wise fuse unable to operate, and master fuse will come into the operation after the little delay. So that based on that time current characteristics of different types of protective devices, we have to choose the coordination between fuse to fuse coordination, circuit breaker to circuit breaker coordination, lighting arrestor to lighting, auto recloser to auto recloser coordination. The types of coordination will be there. The process of selecting overcurrent protection device with certain time current setting and their appropriate arrangement in series along a distribution circuit in order to clear the fault from the lines apparatus according to prevent sequence of operation is known as coordination. Okay, when two protective apparatus installed in series have characteristics which provide a specified operating sequence, they are said to be coordinated in selective. When two protective apparatus installed in series have a characteristics which provide specified operating sequence, they are said to be coordinated in selective. Suppose near the device, lower rating protective devices will be there. Away from the device, higher rating will be there. It is unable to operate lower rating device, and after some time delay, higher rating device will come into the operation, will create the open circuit. But meanwhile, the damage will be severe and the damage will increase. So we need some coordination or backup protection for all the devices. Okay. The device which is set to operate first isolate the fault. The device which is set to operate first to isolate the fault is defined as protective devices. It is usually order to fault. The device which is set to operate first to isolate fault is defined as protective devices. The apparatus which furnishes backup protection but operates only when the protecting device failed to operate is defined as protected device. Protected device. Okay. First, to isolate the fault is defined as protecting device, and it is usually ordered to fault, and the apparatus which furnishes backup protection but operates only when protective device fail to operate is defined as protected device. And properly coordinated protective devices help. Properly coordinated protective devices helps to eliminate service interruption due to the temporary faults. Properly coordinated protective devices helps to eliminate service interruptions due to temporary faults. To eliminate service interruptions due to temporary faults, to minimize the extent of fault in order to reduce the number of consumers affected, to minimize the extent of fault in order to reduce the number of consumers affected, to locate the fault, thereby minimizing the duration of service outage, to locate the fault, thereby minimizing the duration of service outage. To coordinate protective devices, the distribution engineer must assemble the following data. Okay, scaled feeder circuit configuration, location of existing protective devices, COC characteristics of protective devices, time current characteristics of protective devices, load current, fault current as KVR, MVA, every permit where a protective apparatus might be located, might be located. A general coordination procedure is that gather the required after mentioning the done. Okay, anyway, I will stop today here. Next, I will continue in the next class. Today, what we discussed is the objectives of electrical distribution system, primary objectives and secondary objectives. What are the faults in the distribution system? Permanent faults, temporary faults, and the various protective devices are switches, circuit breakers, auto reclosers, automatic circuit breakers are the protective devices how you will use in the distribution system protection to achieve the our objectives of distribution system protection. And next, what is the necessity of coordination, types of coordination, and the objectives of coordination. Today we discussed these topics. Okay, anyway, next class will continue remaining topics.